Hi there, and welcome to the Strong for Life channel. Today's video we're going to be walking you through Timeless Simple from Simple and Sinister by Pavel. My name's Henry Beyer. I'm 56 years old and I live in Crested Butte, Colorado, and on the Strong for Life channel I share the type of training that I do in order to stay fit and healthy, to do the activities that I love to do, such as mountain biking, skiing, climbing, golf. So in this video, we're doing a full Timeless Simple workout. 10 sets of 10 swings and 10 sets of get-ups, 5 left arm and 5 right arm. We're going to talk about the Timeless weight goals, as well as how to do weight jumps and how to organize increasing the number of sets that you're doing at a given weight. For when you're moving from one weight to the next, we talk about how you add sets at the weight jump that you're making. So again, thanks for showing up and watching the video. I hope you find some value in it. And if you have any questions, please let me know and I'll do my best to answer them. And now enjoy the rest of the video. The weight goals for Timeless Simple are as follows. For men, the goal is to do both the swings and the get-ups with 32 kilograms or 70 pounds. For the women, there's a different weight goal for the swings and for the get-ups. For the swings, the women's goal is to do all 100 one-arm swings with 24 kilograms or 53 pounds. And for the get-ups, the goal is to do all 10 get-ups with 16 kilograms or 35 pounds. For this Timeless Simple training session, you probably noticed that I bumped up the weight to 80 pounds in set 3. So I'm currently working on moving up to 80 pounds for both the swings and the get-ups. So I am doing 4 sets at 80 pounds in both the swings and the get-ups during this session of Timeless Simple. The typical method for adding weight in Simple and Sinister is to add weight 2 sets at a time. So since we're doing one-arm swings and get-ups, which are one arm, you add 2 sets at a time. So you're adding weight for both the left arm and the right arm while you're doing it. And typically, you'll add that weight starting at sets 3 and 4 for both the swings and the get-ups. When to add weight to your swings and get-ups is also another decision you need to make. Pavel recommends certain weight jumps and time frames in Simple and Sinister. However, it is important to check in with yourself to determine when's the best time to add weight. If you're in pretty good condition or comfortable with swings and get-ups, you may be able to go a little bit faster than Pavel's recommendations. On the other hand, if you are not as familiar with the lifts and maybe you're on the older side like me, then you may need to take a little bit longer to make a jump in weight doing Timeless Simple. The important thing is that you're ready, you feel ready to make the jump. And if there's any doubt, it's definitely better to go slower than to go faster. So I just finished the 4 sets at 80 kilograms. And now I'm dropping back down to, or not 80 kilograms, 80 pounds. And now I'm dropping back down to the 32 kilogram or 70 pound kettlebell for the remaining 4 sets of the swing session. Pavel breaks down adding weight into full jumps or half jumps. For men, a full jump is 8 kilograms and a half jump is 4 kilograms. And for women, a full jump is 4 kilograms and a half jump is 2 kilograms. So if you have access to making half jumps in your program, then you can do that. So for example, going up in weight from the 32 kilogram or 70 pound kettlebell to the 80 kilogram kettlebell is about a half jump up for me. And it is the weight that I had available to me, but at the same token, I did feel like making the half jump made more sense than making a full jump. So let's just review for a second here. So a half jump for men is 4 kilograms and a full jump in weight is 8 kilograms. And for a woman, a half jump is 2 kilograms and a full jump for a woman is 4 kilograms. But we just don't add weight to our swings all at once. We actually introduce them 2 sets at a time, as I mentioned earlier. So let's just talk about how that works throughout the course of Timeless Simple. So Simple and Sinister uses what is called step loading. So step loading is where you choose a starting weight, and that's somewhat difficult, and then you work with that weight until it feels easy. And then once it feels easy, then you start to add more weight. So with Timeless Simple, let's say your starting weight is 16 kilograms, and that is somewhat challenging for you. Under the guidelines of Timeless Simple, you would train with that weight for about a month, 4 weeks. And then if the weight was feeling easy, you would add 2 sets at 24 kilograms if you're making a full jump, and at 20 kilograms if you're making a half jump. Well, I just completed the 10 sets of one-arm swings, 6 sets at 32 kilograms or 70 pounds, and 4 sets at 80 pounds. And that took about 15 minutes to do from my recollection. And I took a little break, and now I am starting the get-ups. All right, let's get back to our discussion on adding weight and adding sets. So let's say you've just completed 4 weeks of swings and get-ups using the 16 kilogram kettlebell. And now you're feeling ready to add weight. And for the swings, you've added to make a full jump. So you're gonna add 8 kilograms and you're gonna start doing your swings. You're gonna start adding swings at 24 kilograms. Now, as I've already talked about, you wanna add your first 2 sets of swings at sets 3 and 4. And we always add 2 sets at a time. So you're gonna add your 24 kilogram kettlebell swings at sets 3 and 4, and you're gonna do that for about a month. So it would look something like this. Your first 2 sets would be at 16 kilograms, Your second two sets, 3 and 4, would be at 24 kilograms, and then your remaining 6 sets would be back at 16 kilograms. Having a hard time talking today. And that would be sets 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10. And then that's how you would make your first jump up in adding weight at 24 kilograms. So I just finished the first 2 sets of get-ups, 1 left and 1 right. And now I'm about to go on to doing get-ups with the 80-pound kettlebell. And while watching this video, it's definitely evident to me that I wasn't feeling as confident. Maybe it was just the day or whatever it was with these weights. And you might be wondering, like, well, why is he doing this weight? He's not looking so good with the get-ups at this weight. And I don't know, that's a valid point. And, you know, it could have just been the day. Hard to say. But anyways, I just want to make this point clear because I'm proving it here that you really do want to feel comfortable with the weights before you make the jump. And so with the get-ups, oftentimes it makes sense to make a 9-pound jump rather than an 18-pound jump because of the nature of the exercise. So that's just one thing to consider. But for the video and for the discussion here, just suspend the fact that I might be looking a little shaky with my get-ups and concentrate on how you go about moving through Timeless Simple. Okay, so you've made your jump to 24 kilograms for a couple sets with the swings, and you've done that for about a month. So you've been doing the 2 sets of 16, 2 sets of 24, 6 sets at 16 kilograms for about a month. You're feeling ready to add a couple more sets. So that's exactly what you do. You just add sets 5 and 6 behind 3 and 4. And you would stick with those for about a month. And that's basically the process of adding sets to your swings. You're always adding 2 sets at a time, and you're going from 3 to 4, 5 to 6, 7 to 8, 9 to 10, and you finally at the end add 1 and 2. 1 and 2 are the last 2 sets that you add at 24 kilograms. And that'll give you all 10 sets at 24 kilograms. And then you would do that for about a month. So each time you add sets, you're doing that for about a month. The left arm surprisingly felt stronger on that one than the right arm. There was definitely some wobbling going on there. I'll have to decide if I'm gonna go for a second round. My left arm, well obviously my left arm's had a little bit more rest than my right arm right now, but it feels pretty good. Right arm feels a little worse. So yes, it takes a long time to go from swinging 10 sets of 10 at 16 kilograms to swinging 10 sets of 10 at 24 kilograms. It takes 1 month of swinging at 16 kilograms, all 10 sets, and then it takes a month at 3 and 4, a month at 5 and 6, a month at 7 and 8, a month at 9 and 10, and then another month at 1 through 10, all at 24 kilograms. So it takes 6 months, a half a year, to go from 16 kilograms to 24 kilograms. And that may seem like a long time to be doing Turkish get-ups, and swings. But the advantage of doing it that way is that you are super confident with the weight by the time you are doing all 10 sets at 24 kilograms. So that is just the thing that you have to keep in mind while you're working through upping your weight in Simple and Sinister. So now that you have a pretty good idea of how to increase the weight and increase the sets for your swings, let's talk about the get-up. Because the get-up can be a little bit more challenging because for many people, adding a full jump, a full 18 kilograms can definitely be intimidating. So let's talk about how to add a half jump in terms of weight and how you manage that in terms of adding your sets to the sets that you're doing at the lower weight. So for our example, again, we were doing our swings and our get-ups at 16 kilograms, and we decided to jump up to 24 kilograms for the swings, but we only wanted to make a half jump for the get-ups. So we were going to go from 16 kilograms to 20 kilograms for the get-ups. So in adding sets for a half jump, we still add two sets at a time, but we only do it for 2 weeks before we add another 2 sets. When adding the full jump with the swings, we added 2 sets, and we stuck with those 2 sets for a month. Now, with a half weight jump, we add 2 sets because it's left and right, but we only do that for 2 weeks. And then after 2 weeks, we add another 2 sets. And then again, after 2 weeks, another 2 sets. So we just go a little bit faster when we're doing a half jump weight increase, whether that's for the swings or for the kettlebell or for the get-ups. It doesn't matter. If it's a full jump, you're going to stick with adding 2 sets every 4 weeks. And if it's a half jump, you're going to add sets every 2 weeks. That is, of course, that you're feeling up to adding those 2 sets in 2 weeks. If you're not feeling quite there, just wait another week or 2 before adding another 2 sets. Now that you have a better understanding of how to add weight and add sets during Timeless Simple, let's talk about frequency. Pavel says you can train almost every day on this program and just take off time when either your work or your social or family obligations demand a little bit more time of you. And you can just say, okay, I'm just not going to do as many training sessions this week. I've personally found that a minimum of 3 tends to work well. Anything under 3, I feel like, especially with the get-ups, that the weight always feels heavy. It never starts to feel light when I'm doing less than 3 sessions a week. So anywhere from 3 to 6 sessions a week probably makes sense for most people. After those 80 pounders, 70 pounders are feeling it. 2 more. One thing that Pavel does recommend is that every 3 training sessions, if you're doing one-arm swings, if you've gotten to the point where you're doing one-arm swings, then every 3 training sessions you want to do a 2-hand swing session. The 2-hand swing session is basically like doing a light day. And it's important to throw those in there on a pretty regular frequency, as Pavel says, every 3 days. When doing 2 arm swings, there's a couple of things to point out. One, you simply follow the same structure that you do with your 1 arm swings. So when you start your day, you would do the first 2 sets with the lower weight with 2 arm swings, and then you would do sets 3 and 4 with 2 arm swings, and then you drop back down in sets 5 through 10 for doing 2 arm swings at the lower weight. So you're always doing 2 set blocks, whether you're doing it with 1 arm swings or 2 arm swings. The key thing to remember, whether you're doing 1 arm or 2 arm swings, is you're always adding sets, 2 sets at a time. You would never add just a single set of 2 arm swings at a heavier weight. You always want to add 2 sets at a time. All right. Oh, those are hard. I'm glad they're over. Maybe 6 at 70 and 4 at 80, which is the closest weight that I have to half my body weight. Actually, I borrowed the 80 pounder. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna feel that one. See you next time. So just wrapped up the last get up and the training session for today. If you made it this far, congratulations, and I applaud you on taking the time to learn a little bit more about Timeless Simple. Certainly didn't cover everything you need to know about Timeless Simple, but hopefully this video gave you a better idea of how to progress in weight and how to manage adding sets to your training sessions. Of course, if you have any questions, as I said in the beginning, please let me know and I'll do my very best to give you a quality answer.